back, everybody, to the KPLS show. And before we start, a bunch of our fans behind the screen, everywhere out in the world, asked us a very important question. Are we twins?
No, we cousins.
I know we got that started. We got a really good episode today. We're actually going to do a 2-for-1 today. We got two movies that we've watched, and I think we enjoyed, and we found them very entertaining. One we enjoyed more than the other, but both very entertaining. You got another one that you're going to bring up, so let's just go ahead and get this started off with you, bud. It's been a while. We're getting some stuff released. We're getting everything right in the motions back. How you doing, brother? It's been a while, man.
Doing good, brother. Work crazy, as always. Me and the wife, I know you've been checking the snap. We talk. We've been doing more cardio here of late. You've seen us going to the park, walking. I'm not doing anything right now. My legs are, I don't know, there's something going on here. I'm staying really stiff, really sore. Trying to stretch, trying to do a lot of things. But like today, you see the weighted vest. I went and got a 2-mile walk in, actually 2.7 something mile walk in under a certain amount of time. And then, I lift. I don't go to a gym. I lift in a 12 by 30 panel building, but I have everything I need in it, up to 100-pound dumbbells. I got over 400 pounds worth of weight, and I went and done a good back today. Didn't turn the air conditioner on in that panel building.
Get some good sweat.
Got that sweat going on. I'm actually, I think I'm going to do a cold plunge tonight, which my cold plunge is fill the bathtub up with really cold water and put some ice in it and sit in it. I don't do the full because now they're saying, a lot of people are saying now it gives you kidney stones. I don't believe that. There's a lot of folks doing it. But anyways, man, just trying to stay working, stay legitimate. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Fixing the body, fixing the health.
Right.
I'm in the same boat.
Mind, body, and spirit, brother. Mind, body, and spirit. That's what everything is. And I mean, I can see.
Looking good. Yeah,
I can see.
I'm
we
slimming the heck down.
Slimming down.
Like I said with the last couple episodes, I've fixed the diet. I'm staying I'm in a major calorie deficit. I need to drop weight. I need to drop some weight fast. That's the way I see it. I don't need to be as heavy as I used to be. But go ahead and give an update.
She does what they're working at.
Give an update. 322.8 was 382.
Right.
So that's 60 total pounds. I'm at the weird stage now that these 4Xs are really loose.
It's starting to look like an Anfield target.
Exactly, but some of those 3Xs are getting a little bit too tight or like too short. Right. I can't wear that.
So between that, and so I want to talk about something real quick before we get into this. We didn't plan this part of it, but time fillers. You know what I'm saying? Part of the show. You just recently.
Okay, I needed to bring this up.
Just recently went to a con.
Exactly.
Horror con. We won't get too far into it because we're going to take a week off. You've got 2 shows coming. One that we've not got to release yet, and then this one you're watching right now. And then let's do a show on that con, and let's make it about what you cosplayed at. So we won't put too much out there.
I could bring the cosplay outfit up here and bring it up.
Well, let's not put too much out there. We got pictures that you can post in it.
You've
got a certain article that you can bring with you. So got a little special, different of a show because you've seen one of my favorite horror guys. You got
that guy he's so fucking hilarious. I gotta say, it's Bill Mosley. Listen, this is rated R episode because I might drop F-bombs. I'm gonna try not to, but oh my god, he is awesome.
My in-laws are starting to watch now, so we got to be easy on the F-bombs. But no, the great Bill Mosley, man.
He handed me a cookie and I ate it.
Oh yeah,
I had to, man. He goes, "You want a cookie?" And I was like, hell yeah!
Now I do, and that's outstanding. I hate that.
I know.
So that's outstanding. And what we're sitting here doing, we'll get into that, man. But you went over to it's Tennessee.
I went to Kingsport, Tennessee, to a convention.
Played a lot of football over there.
Should I go ahead and just tell them the name of the convention? I mean, it's already over.
That's fine.
All right, so I went to Smoky Mountain Terror in Kingsport, Tennessee on the 30th, and it was.
Those are one of the few that doesn't go by con.
Yeah,
like Lexicon.
Exactly. It actually, I talked to the folks there. They do 3 separate conventions there.
Really?
They do one mainly focused on horror. Then they do like their pop culture one, and of course, they got to do their Japanese anime one, which is I mean, it's fine. There's big crowds there for people for that stuff. I'm Asian. I watch a little bit, and it's in blood.
So further on in the story, you're going to hear me cuss an Asian person, by the way. from one of the movies that we're.
Were you surprised? Hold on. I know we're teasing up what we're getting ready to say, but were you surprised to hear another Asian speak in a redneck accent?
Okay, so I loved it. I loved her and her man's. Oh, by the way, some new creatine. I'll push this at the end of the show.
Yeah,
very good.
You know,
not drinking. What you think this time around? This is actually a healthy drink.
Since we're off the top of it, let's just go ahead and just dive right into the first.
So,
movie review number 1, folks.
So, but upcoming, we have a good. And listen, him and his woman's cosplay. I mean, before we get to was outstanding. A+. They've done great.
All homemade. Great,
outstanding cosplay. Can't wait till you can at least see the pictures.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what's going on, but the damn office has been getting hot. Yeah. The house feels like an air conditioner, but the office has been getting hot. It's blowing. It just stays hot back here, which I've been hanging out back here a lot. So, anyways, great cosplay.
Yes.
Great cosplay. All right, let's get into it. We got several different movies we're going to, 3 different movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to review the first one. I'll make it quick. That way we can get into the 2 main ones.
Yep.
One is a rewatch for me. We're actually rewatching one right now. It's over here on the other TV that I got in here. But I want to talk about The Accounting Part 2 starring Ben Affleck and the great rage-filled John Bernthal.
Good.
This was a great flick, great action flick. Free on Prime. If you got Prime, it's a good time filler. It was really quick. Good action, man. Good action. Good gunplay. I really enjoyed it. And John Bernthal in this one, like I was telling you, he wasn't the Punisher in this one. A lot of the times I see Bernthal anymore, it's my own fault. I got a problem with seeing
the Punisher. Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you can see this wall over here, I'm a huge Punisher fan, okay? So, I really, really enjoyed it. Ben Affleck doing his thing. The gunplay was great. I know they both go train at Terran Tactical, but you could tell the way that they cycled, the way that they done certain things. They put the time into their training. The kits was dope. The weaponry was right on point. So I really enjoyed it. Won't spend a lot of time because it's just me solo talking about this. Yeah. But this movie was a solid 8. Good. Solid 8. For action alone. And they got a really good chemistry. Yeah. And a good story. I don't know now if they're going to continue this. But for a sequel, and it was a sequel I didn't think we were getting.
I didn't think we'd get one.
Didn't know that we needed it, but done great for me. So The Accounting Part 2, go check it out. It's on Prime for free. It's really, really good. Yeah. Movie. Like a strong 8. Let's say I would give it an 8.2.
8.2?
A strong 8. A strong 8. Really good movie.
Really good movie. I'm ready to watch it.
So let's get to the potatoes and get to the meat of the show.
Exactly.
The first big movie that we're going to review together, we got it playing right now, is I guess hopefully my dyslexia doesn't kick in and the special needs of George doesn't kick in, or Lane Sharp doesn't kick in right here. The anthology.
Yes. Okay.
Of The Predator.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so review number 1, movie of the review 1 for tonight's episode: Predator, Killer of Killers. Mixed feelings on this one. It's an entertaining film
for what it was.
Let me just start off some problems that I disliked with it. It was just, I think that's.
And I think we've talked about it a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think our problems are going to be the same.
Yes, and I think it's a problem with most of other fans that I've read online. Is we're too much of loreists and like to stick with the original lore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of changes going on with the Predator universe, and we talked about this before. Ever since Adrian Brody's Predators, the lore has just started to be watered down so much.
And it's just so all over the place. Man.
Yeah, and it's hard
to me, Adrian Brody's Predator was the last decent Predator. I mean, let's just be real, man. Yeah. It was so I'm not one of those guys that's got a huge problem with the designs, and I'm not knocking Prey.
Yeah.
Prey was good, although they ruined it at the end of this movie. Spoilers, we won't say too much because it just come out.
Yeah.
They ruined it at the end of this movie. But did you think that scene was...
Okay, not necessarily needed, but when I rewatched Prey in the end credit scene, like the credit scenes and watching the cave paintings, and they say when they showed them coming down, it kind of is a callback. I understand the callback now, but okay, I just
the Predators kind of look petty, almost like babyish.
Yes, and I bring up this point too. We are now getting to a point where the Yacha is not just one race, one species, one people.
Which is fine.
It is now multiple separate species.
But apparently you have a petty crybaby race of Yacha.
Okay. So we're going in. I'm going to just go simplify on the bone predators. The ones that like, instead of having metal masks, metal attachments, they like bones.
Right.
And I like to wear a cape of spines.
Right.
Kind of cool design. Then you look at
if you've, and I don't mean to cut you off, I apologize, but if you've got into Wolverine versus the Predators, which that's my second favorite comic book character is Wolverine. Or I would say third, because Batman's probably second. Punisher, Batman, Wolverine.
Yeah.
We've had that episode before. But in the Predator versus Wolverine, Wolverine has a wolf that not a wolf, but a bear that kind of hangs out in a cave that he lives in. Predator kills it and then eventually makes a mask out of the bear's skull.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So that's something that they do. It's part of them,
But you know, there's such a primitive predator to it, right? They're so savage because instead of dealing with their honor system, or except if you're able to kill one of us, you're just as enough of a hunter as one of us.
Right.
We can accept you as a Yacha.
Right.
Now it doesn't matter. You kill one of us, we're still going to try to kill you.
Right. We're crybabies. We're sore losers, pretty much.
Okay, so the one big aspect of that we're going into, they had an arena set up for them to become a killer of killers. They have the opportunity to kill each other, then kill the top guy. It's kind of, what's the point? What's the point of it all? You know, there's really no point. It's just, hey, it's just a dick swinging contest right there. That's all it was.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. So that's a really bad problem. Another thing is have you kind of noticed now that Yacha, as being an ultimate hunter, is getting his butt kicked pretty bad?
They're sold as the ultimate hunter, the ultimate killer, and I mean, even in their own, like AVP, they didn't live. Mm-hmm. I mean, you killed Wolf off in AVP, really?
Exactly.
AVPR. And Wolf is one of the highest ranking Yacha out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a lot of dudes' favorite.
And I'm going to say this point here. It's okay that they die, but they cannot get their ass kicked and then die. Like severely. Dutch and Adrian Brody, and I'm kind of iffy on Danny Glover on that one. But those two,
he was just greedy.
No.
He was greedy.
They used guerrilla tactics, and they were the top of their field.
I mean, you're talking about...
And was able to outsmart the predator, not out physical.
Yeah, right. And I mean, how you can... I mean, they're 7 foot. I mean, 6'8" to 7 foot. The guy that played the predator, Kevin Hall, was 6'8". The costume made him 7'2".
Yeah.
So, I mean, that alone...
Exactly.
With the supernatural power, or the superpower from being from another universe, being raised the way that they're raised, trained and breeded the way that they're breeded. They created aliens just to fight and kill them to have something to do.
Yeah, in the AVP one, yes.
Yeah. I mean, so, I don't know, man. And then, so let's not get too much into the lore, but let's talk about the actual movie Killer of Killers.
Okay.
Like I said, it's an anthology. Lane Shark is not a huge fan of... I think I liked 1 out of 3. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what an anthology is, there's 3 different stories. Actually, the one that I like is coming on right now. It's called The Sword. I've always wanted to see... And what pissed me off is really made me mad as hell. Was I've always wanted to see a World War II version of the Predator, and I didn't get it other than aerial combat, which is okay because I mean, aerial combat is not a huge thing that we know of now. It was then.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger fan now, but he was using a damn
a chain.
A chain.
Yeah.
I mean, almost like a. He almost looked like scorpions.
Exactly. Get over here.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. I do think there was only one storyline in this anthology, which is the sword, where they're in feudal Japan fighting samurais. That was really neat and really badass, really good fight scenes.
I do think the Viking one, which was the first of the anthology, had some badass fight scenes.
Yeah.
The boss lady, the lead Viking, is a female, and she goes ham like she was Steve Rogers in the middle of Wakanda with some shields.
I'm gonna go ahead and add on to that. I've noticed that they designed these Predators specifically for the style of fighter that they went against.
Yeah, because I like his design. I really do.
So there's 3 separate Predators. You got a big brute, a berserker, who fights Vikings.
Who's actually listed as the berserker.
Yeah. Then you got a skinnier, lankier one that's more of a finesse fighter.
But look, when you're saying that, and we're watching it right now, but I thought this was kind of cool.
Yeah. He's under the log.
He's inside the log. Yeah. He's like, ooh, fascinating.
Yeah.
But look, it's almost like they've changed the Yautja language in this one to where it was Asian.
Yeah.
In the
Japanese,
Yeah.
But going back to that berserker Predator, what did you? They gave him he had missing a hand, and they had a concussion.
Like a post cannon, almost like Hulk smash.
That's what I'm saying. It's like slap and get the Stab says this. It's like we were watching, and she goes, "Ain't that a little like hunting white-tailed deer with a bazooka?" And I was like, "That kind of is." But and he got his ass kicked.
He got handled.
Like it was not like. He was putting up a fight, injuring people.
He killed like a few, but like this dude mauls a whole samurai village,
and he fucks both of them up.
Yeah, like he does work.
F-bomb number 2. Sorry,
bomb number 2. This might be really rated R by the time we're done. Like he really does. Like I love the look. So the second one alone, I'll give a higher rank. You get the rating from me from the second one alone.
Yeah.
But like this fight scene right here, this is really cool.
Yeah, it's just ninja fights.
And we're not wanting to show it or give too much off because it just come out.
Yeah, it did.
So we don't want to be the spoiler guys.
So let's go into story part 3. The
World War II.
Was it the Bullet? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
the Bullet.
Yeah.
So, I agree with some of what the fans say. There's a bunch of historical inaccuracies going on with that.
It's a cartoon.
It is a cartoon.
It's a cartoon about aliens. Chill.
But there's no way Torres, which is the character's name, he's a Mexican American, should have lived at all during any of that.
No. And then he's at the end of it to kind of go along with it because it's a continuation.
Yeah.
He flies an alien spaceship.
How? Just because just feel and listen to the engine, and I can figure it out.
Right.
I'm calling BS on that. But I gotta say this, guys. I like aviation movies. I like a lot of flying.
He's more of that. I'm more of a ground guy, but yeah, he really likes
People get upset at me because I find a lot of enjoyment watching Pearl Harbor, especially when they fly. So I was, I know, but I enjoy. I thought it was entertaining to watch. I thought it was cool seeing some aero combat and doing all that. You disagreed with me, but I like that Predator design.
I didn't like
eye
the
patch,
the
breathing mechanism. Yeah. I didn't like how he was bald.
Yeah, he didn't have his sensors, did he?
Yeah.
To me, this is the best design in the sword. It's the guy that was fighting the. I like how they were brothers too.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how he left and come back.
But
and he knows who he is.
I mean, as a lore fan, like how you and me are, it's not a good movie.
No,
it's really they threw a lot at us and didn't give us time to hey, explain.
Right. And there's a lot of people like even Rotten Tomatoes when it first came out Friday night, it was ranked at 98%.
Yeah.
As of today, it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So me and RT don't get along. I'm not a Rotten Tomatoes guy. I
Yeah.
don't base a lot of anything I watch on anything they say.
Exactly.
But I mean, as far as like you say, the lore, they destroy it. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't like the design of the cartoons, that it's choppy and all that. That was not an issue for me. I kind of like this.
It's almost like comic booky.
Yeah, they put it together kind of well.
Yeah.
I think it's better. Like I don't like claymation.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest flaws with like the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and I'm a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles guy. That was one of my problems with the last Mutant Mayhem or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the animation of it. I don't like claymation. It almost reminds me of. Do you remember the old MTV show where the Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yep.
I hated claymation. I'm not a big fan of it. So I think this does really well with the animation because, I mean, it almost is like you said. It's got like a real virtual comic book look to it. So I kind of G-haul with that. I dig with that.
I mean, it's an entertaining movie. I mean,
so
like I said,
fight scenes are cool.
Yeah.
Some really cool kills by the Predator. The sword, the second anthology is really well.
So I see it like this. Was I really pissed off watching it? No, not really. I was entertained. I had a good time.
I remember that's pretty cool.
I had a good time. I disagreed with a lot of stuff in it.
I'm done having a good time with things that I expect to be good.
Yeah. I kind of went in expecting they're probably going to do a lot of weird changes.
So I seen a lot throughout the day. I went to work and I was kind of scrolling the OFB, and this popped up, that popped up, this popped up, that popped up, and I'm just like, man, this is nothing but good reviews. This has got to work. Mm-hmm. And I should have known better. Mm-hmm. And I got to watch it that night. And as I told you, I was like, oh, man, disappointing. Very disappointing. But luckily, the rewatch of the second movie that we're going to review really done it for me.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so we won't waste too much time on this. I kind of give him a little bit of taste back right there.
Exactly. What
was your score? What is the KP Kung Fu Panda score on the anthology of the Predator?
So this is my score, and a lot of my scoring does of how much entertainment value I feel the movie has. And if I end the movie or leave the theater, I feel like I'm entertained. I got my money's worth. I did. But as a lorist, it takes it down quite a bit, and I think it's about a 5 out of 10.
Wow!
Just as a entertaining movie, if you want something to watch, now it's not a rewatch multiple times in a year, but every couple of years you want to say, hey, let's watch this movie.
I'll watch Prey over
this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get punched right here. I will watch Predator over this one.
Come on. Here's my thing. After the credits rolled, I wasn't upset. I wasn't like, I wasted. I haven't been upset in a movie since I watched the first incantation of Batman versus Superman, and I got pissed off and left the theater.
I had to rewatch it.
Yeah,
definitely.
I had to watch Snyder's cut. Snyder's version. Enjoy it.
Snyder.
But I mean, I was okay. I felt entertained. It's just an entertaining movie, so it's a 5 out of 10 for me. That's how I scale most of my stuff.
Okay, so mine's gonna be a little bit higher, and I'm still highly disappointed. But I'm a Predator fan. Mm-hmm. I'm a Predator guy. Mine's gonna be a solid 7. Mm-hmm. Animation was good because it was different. Animation was good. Really creative kills in the second of the anthology. Yep. I do love the samurai ninja culture.
Yeah.
And then I was brokenhearted on the World War II, but like I said, I'm not an aerial combat guy. You are.
See, that was me.
So actually, let me give it a solid 6.8.
Yeah.
6.8 out of 10.
Just entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
The second story alone really laid it for me, and there's no real talking in it. They really don't have a lot of back and forth in it.
So they need to save money on subtitles, buddy.
Something. So check it out. I mean, it's free. You got to pay for it. It's on Hulu.
I mean, it's an entertaining watch. I don't feel like you'll be really disappointed watching it.
And a lot of everybody has Hulu.
Yeah.
So
Yep, watch it.
Watch it and see what you think. Score it your own.
Well, now we went a little bit, kind of a little bit.
Look, this right here. Hold on.
Oh yeah, one's.
Yeah, okay. So I like that. I like the fact that it's older, but he still has some of the newer technology. They're like,
exactly.
Oh shucks. What is he? He's a good 7 foot. Oh, he's a good 7 foot tall, right?
Yeah.
And then the tusk hanging out again.
So that's another big thing. I mean,
we went away from the original mask, which was dope. This is dope as hell right here.
I got total Blade vibes.
Yeah.
So twist my spear, and
that shit was
goes.
dope right there. That shit was dope.
I mean, yeah, it's.
I liked his weaponry.
I think as an official KPLS score, I think as KPLS fans, Predator fans, I think this is pretty low.
Pretty low. I mean,
pretty low as fans.
This one's a solid 9.4, 9.5 for me. Mm-hmm. I'm talking the
situation. Yeah.
Danny Glover's is a solid 8.9.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody's a solid 8 flat.
Yeah.
Just because of some of the lore, the action, the different weaponry, the different type of killers or whatever it loaded into it.
Yeah.
Stayed true to the design. Had some throwbacks to the Arnold movie.
Yeah.
And then it had that SAA-12 in it and doing work, and I love that. So, I mean, and which the Shane Black's to me is a 4.9.
Yeah.
Out of.
I mean.
Yeah.
If you're gonna rank
even Prey, I give it a solid probably.
I give it a 7. It was decent.
Yeah,
it was entertaining.
I'd give it a mid to high 7 myself. So, all right. So let's move on.
Review number 2. Let's stop with the melancholy, the sadness, the disappointment. Let's get it. Let's music this baby up.
So first of all, I want to apologize. This is the Land Sharks' apology to everybody out there in KPLS land, to all the ghosts and ghouls, all the people that have subscribed, all the people that like, all the people that comment, and to you, my friend, my brother. I apologize for my original confusion of the movie Sinners. First of all, Michael B. Jordan made everybody's drink of water.
Yep.
Give him his flowers.
Oh man, he acted his ass off.
He did.
That was great.
Two different spots.
Exactly.
So who did you like better, Smoke or Stack?
Okay.
I love Smoke. I love that power trip.
Listen, my favorite scene of Smokes is when he sees Mary killing his brother and he just straights up unloads on him.
So first of all, I forgot how much. It's not my first weapon I would go for in a real life scenario. But if you tell me there's monsters running around, you tell me there's ghosts and ghouls and this is what you got to handle, and they can physically be harmed, maybe not killed. I am Duel 1911.
That's what I'm saying. When was the last time you seen somebody duel in 19? Oh my God, that was awesome.
And he done it excellent.
Good God, listen. That's probably one of the better of this year. Better films for any kind of creature feature or monster feature.
Yeah,
it was really entertaining. It's a really ingenious film, and it's a film that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's gone over a lot of people's heads, and you have to sit there and rewatch it.
Okay, so first of all, Land Shark don't like public, and I watched the first one in the movies, and I think that was my problem. It was a local movie. My eyes are always just training and all that, so my eyes are always. I don't really enjoy everything. Watching it Friday night. Me and the wife rented it, and I just was like, okay, I like this movie. And I've watched it that night. I watched it Saturday.
Yep.
I walked in and I was on the sticks playing a little 2K, and on the other TV I had it playing again. So listen, as long as it's going to let me watch it for free, I mean after I rented it, I'll get my $25 out of it, whatever it was. But a very good movie, man.
Yes.
As far as vampire lore goes, garlic, sticks, sight. Garlic wood.
It has to be invited.
Invited in.
Hive mind.
Like hive mentality.
Trancing.
Yeah, like there's so much.
Their manipulation.
There's so much that I missed that I was like, okay, this is a vampire movie that I really enjoy. I had to do some apologizing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed this. I put it up there with Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, yeah,
because you have the whole different movie during the day, getting ready for a party.
Yeah,
and then we got some Choctaw in it. Maybe in the
exactly.
Now, listen, there's a story going around about my family origin right now on Facebook that I'm getting a lot of. Some Choctaw, which I'm not Choctaw, I'm Cherokee. There's some Choctaw Indian love in it, and I would like to go into a further story of what they were doing. They was hunting this dude. Like he's not good. They tried to warn the folks, like, and God help you if you invited them into your home.
Yep.
And then Remy, am I saying his name right?
Remick, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that character as a vampire is awesome.
Listen, as an Irish native, and to get a chance to play an Irish vampire and actually do some of his Irish, his cultural. This is a movie of culture.
Yeah,
if you didn't know, it's a comparison of Irish and American, how they were dealt with early in the immigration to America, and same thing with African Americans and other African immigrants. Yeah. So it's a very cultural thing.
Just an extremely well movie. A lot of lines that's going to be recited in movie culture for the years to come. Especially everybody's got the Haley Steinfeld train station. I won't say it, but the train station, you stuck your tongue in my but there's a lot of lines in this movie that when people watch it gets out there after a year or so. And my wife, she was talking to a African American lady the other day, and she said, and it's one of her friends, and she said, you're going to see biracial people, or not but interracial relationships for years to come. Play, stack, and marry.
Exactly.
I was like, dude, that's in Halloween. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be awesome. It was a very cultured movie, and I enjoyed it.
It was good, and I think we're starting to get into this new kind of genre of films, and I think it's good for solo original films, and it's not good.
Powder settled on the ball.
But do you think Sinners needs a sequel? Because that's on my point.
I would love it, but Coogler come out, or how do you say his name? Coogler. Ryan come out and said, Coogler come out and said, no.
Yes.
It was going to be a standalone.
Yes.
And not everything's got to be a franchise, man.
Yeah.
And as you see with a lot of franchises, the further it goes along, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Very rarely does a franchise carry the torch from movie to movie. I'm not a big Final Destination movie guy, but everybody's saying the new Final Destination is 9.5 out of 10. I'm not that guy. I never really enjoyed those movies. It's just me. But as for this standalone vampire flick, leave it alone.
Yeah,
you done outstanding. Yeah, knocked it out of the park. Grand slam, walk off home run.
Going back to my point, I felt like it created a new genre, just because it adds in a musical theme to it. Of it as with blues music was and having
it got my dude in it, Buddy Guy.
Exactly.
I love a good blues
jazz vampires and just that cultural aspect of that. Right. I was like, that's kind of neat.
So I don't know if it to me invented a new culture, but brought real vampire culture back. Yeah. You've had, and in the last year alone, you've had Sinners, you had Salem's Lot. Yeah. Bring original vampire culture back to the forefront, not sparkling-ass vampires. Yeah. Not combat vampires with underworld. Original.
Exactly.
Great white shark vampires. And they're top of the line, dude. Like apex predators. But there's rules that go along with the game. Mm-hmm. And I really enjoy, and like I said, I'm so sorry from the bottom of Land Shark's heart. He is so sorry. So this is going to get a really high ranking for me.
Let's kind of narrow down this rambling a little bit.
Okay.
What are some of the things of this movie you liked? What do you thought was ingenious? Because this is our movie. So like we said, we both watched it. And I texted you. I was like, dude, this is really good.
So first of all, like I said before, and I'll say it again, Michael B. Jordan's acting. Mm-hmm. The way he played Stack, con man, pimp. Mm-hmm. Smooth talking.
Yep.
They played Smoke. Powerful, quiet. Even their significant others. Stack, who was with Haley, character Mary, who was a outgoing, loud-spoken, biracial girl.
Yep.
Smoke, who was with a voodoo woman.
Yep.
A African queen, a dark woman. And just the way that he was able to bounce back and forth and really play those characters, and then the gun work at the end of it.
Yep, the gunplay was awesome.
I think that's the thing. I wanted more gunplay in it, but the gunplay at the end of it, when he was able to pull the Thompson from the bar, and the way he just done everything. And I didn't catch it in the first one when Remy and them first showed up, pulled Robbie and clean, and then left, and him and Stack were arguing. He's like, "Damn, we forgot the crate. You supposed to tell me about the crate. Boy, I told you to remind me about the crate."
Exactly.
And then Haley's like, "We don't need the crate." Everybody knew what the damn crate was, and then when he opens the crate up, you're like, "Oh, I like the crate." Especially me.
Exactly.
I like the crate a lot. But that's his acting. The actual fact that they went back to original vampire lore on a lot of things. Daylight, steaks, garlic. Garlic. How often do you hear that in vampire movies now? That the fact that guns would lay them down, but not keep them down. Because I'm like when you said he dual wielded,
I'm saying he just instinctively just pop, unloaded
8 rounds from 2 1911s. She went down, but she was able to get back up. But it kept her down long enough to where if you wanted to stake her, you could have staked her, right? And then the music itself, I love blues. So the music itself, I really enjoyed that. I don't know so much about the Irish jig, but I get why it was in there.
Okay, I understand with that. Did you, when you first watched it, you told me that you said, I kind of don't really understand the music a little bit.
I get more.
Now you understand it?
Yeah. So I understood it, but I didn't understand why so much of it.
Yeah.
But now I get what he was doing.
Yeah, I got you. So let me tell you some things I liked about it. Remick, they created a monster as the villain of this movie.
A very good vampire.
Who, in my opinion, is really not a monster.
No. What did he say? He said, "Can't we all just be family for one night?" Yeah. Obviously, he was wanting to get in
here's my thing.
But he was wanting to create his...
What he's doing is villainous.
Yeah.
But what he's wanting to do, he understands the flight of the African Americans in 1932 Jim Crow Mississippi.
Right.
He understands them. The true freedom. He can give them true freedom. The true freedom from death.
Yeah.
And keep them alive. And he just wanted his family. And I caught this when I was watching it. His whole thing about wanting to do this and getting Preacher Boy is he's been away from home for so long, and he's so lonely that he desires to have his community back.
Right.
So
that's what
he does it through the bad way of his vampirism.
Of eating people.
I felt like the music was amazing, and I liked the aspect that. And I'll pick your mind about my opinion on something because I've read a little bit about it too, and some people agree with me. But I felt like the music was very much needed for this film. Once you
see it, it's very much it plays in really well.
My wife went over her head a little bit but I told her, listen, right in the first credit scene, it explains the whole reason shamanistic music can bring your community together, ancestors past, present, and future. Right?
Which the singing where Preacher Boy Sammy is singing, and you see everything from a futuristic rock star to 70s people to African tribes to rap to hip hop.
It was great.
Everything.
And he sung really good.
Oh yeah, he really did.
Was it
really
Buddy
well.
Guy's his name?
No. So Buddy Guy was the.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying his singing's bad, but I didn't know much about him, so I was like, I was kind of like, who's this guy? That's me. I'm sorry for that, but I felt like the actor playing him was singing really good.
So the guy
I heard the soul and blues over there.
So the guy that was actually playing Sammy was singing in that scene.
Yeah.
So and it was really
it was really great.
So he's got a really good voice about him.
So going on to my little theory behind him is he is basically the epitome of Robert Johnson. The story,
Right.
I went to the crossroads handing my guitar, and the devil tuned it and gave it back to me.
I'm sorry, gotta work.
And then I can play the blues. And I thought that was amazing. Like I said, gunplay was awesome, and how very few this is a 2-hour movie. It's pretty long.
But it goes by. It's an entertaining movie, so it goes by quickly.
But we got a lot of character development within those 2 hours.
So that's one thing that he does that's extremely well is the arc.
Yeah.
From daytime to nighttime, the arc was unbelievable.
So you got not uncanny, but like the outspoken, like you said, Stack is outspoken and smooth, internal,
like a
introvert. But he's a soldier. That's what he was. He was a soldier.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in anything. He didn't believe in the mojo bags or anything.
But he wore one.
And it kind of broke my heart. This is me, and I have my little young, and this is not getting too much personal business because there are me and my wife's process of getting our son, and it was a long, really sad process. But him going to see his girl's grave and then doing all that, and then this one little scene just stuck in my mind. It's like, why didn't your mojo bags work for her?
Yeah,
and I was like, I was breaking. I was like, oh, come on, man, that hurts.
Because it was actually a boy. His name was Elijah, right? Why didn't
No, it was his girl. I thought he's Elijah. No, because their real name is like Elijah Moore. No, Stack's name is Elijah Moore.
I thought the kid's name was Elijah. We'll get back into that.
We'll do a correction. We'll do a correction short.
Either way. What you're getting at is the emotion of that scene.
Exactly.
It goes from to this, very emotional because he shows up, Papa's here.
Yeah.
I love the scene on the street where he walks out and shoots that dude in the ass.
He goes, he shot me in the ass.
What are you running to, boy? I guarantee you this bullet.
He goes, Smokey back?
Yeah,
my bad.
I thought you was working for Capone. Well, we back now.
Yeah,
and he said, "Where are you running to? That this bullet going to beat you there?" Or something.
Exactly.
I like that. And he said, "Well, all right." And he shot him in the knee. He said, "I can't have somebody trying to steal from the twins and I don't have a limp to show."
Exactly.
So, but the very next scene, because what I was getting to was I loved him and the Asian woman going back and forth with
bigger and bigger money.
Yeah, like kind of
throwing those flowers, $14.
Yeah,
deal.
$14.50. Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm gonna say my last good thing before we get it, because I think this is a good point to stay into things about we kind of disliked about the film, because you got some things you said you disliked.
One of the things.
I'm gonna go on my last thing. What was the last? So I am Korean, and he goes up. It's like, you're the most redneck Asian I've ever met. What was it like seeing two more Asians speak in a southern accent?
But not just southern, but a twang.
Yeah.
And not with just a twang, but 1930s era subculture talk.
Deep South twang.
Yeah, and it was great. It was outstanding.
It was awesome.
I loved it.
So let's go ahead and delve. I want to pass the torch back to you, because this is an aspect of the film you said there's a couple things you didn't like.
The anchor.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
He's shooting the anchor. But okay, so this kills, the kills are brutal, man.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, the things you disliked.
So, when the ending happens, the final, I guess, fight scene.
Yep.
Where the hell did all the extra people come from?
Yeah, so I figured that's a big continuity error in the film.
So the whole time, and I love Delta Slim's character. Do y'all smell anything? No, why?
I think I just shit myself.
I think I shit myself. Like, Delta Slim's character's cool. Even in the car when I forget this gentleman's name. He's been in movies for years and years. He's played a lot of good characters, but Delta Slim, I loved it.
Yeah.
But it was Delta Slim, the Asian lady, not Mary, but the voodoo lady, Smoke, Preacher Boy Sammy, and then his woman.
Yeah.
That was the only people in there. And then the drunk got threw out, and then
and then all of a sudden we have more extras.
Cornbread, also known as what's his name in 8 Mile, but I'm the dashiki smoking the licky.
10 freaky girls inside the chin ticket. Oh my God! If he would have came out and singing that, I'd be like, yes, I'm going outside.
And then another thing, like if I had a negative about it, it was Vampire's Hill. He took the 45, and the rest of the time he walked around like one of the clickers for him.
I don't know if you missed it. He did heal.
After
when he feeds.
Okay, that's what I was telling Kayla. I think he's healing right now, but it never really goes through the whole process.
But do we really need it though for the film? That's the thing.
True.
So what I agree with you. I dislike the continuity error. You said you disliked Grace, the Asian lady, causing a no. I'm sorry. That was the same fact that you were talking about. There's really not too much I really didn't dislike. I mean,
I would have loved a little bit more action, but that's not the movie that you're getting.
We were there for a story.
It's a storytelling movie. So, all right, to round it all out, that's some good and some bad. To round it all out, What is KP, Kung Fu Panda's, final score of the new 2025 horror action movie series?
I might get some hate for this. I really enjoy the film, but my only problem with it is it goes over. If you don't pay attention, it's going over your head. And
you gotta watch it.
As I'm saying, you have to watch it and rewatch it. And based off that alone, I gotta go 7.5.
You're gonna go 7.5,
and I think that's, in my personal opinion, I think it's up there at the mid-8s. But I can't give it to that because so many people, it goes over their heads and they don't understand it.
So, after rewatching it and know that each one of the characters were also based upon a 7 deadly sin.
Yep.
Each one had their, whether it be, gluttony with cornbread being a bigger man.
Yeah.
Lust between Mary and Stack. Power and greed with Smoke. So, and then, like, they all had this little, there's so many innuendos. There's so much. I'm going to go and rechange what was my first score? It was like a 2 point or a 3 point something out of 5.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, we're going into the 10s.
Yep.
And your boy Landshark is giving this a 8.8 vampire things out of 10.
I don't disagree with you.
I'm giving it a high 8.8.
I don't disagree.
The one thing that, and I love the fact, like when there's the part at the end of it when the KKK guy comes back to claim and come back, and he's just sitting there and he's smoking the cigarette and he pulls up to Thompson
and just unloads
it. Takes a full mag into him. I'm like, oh my god, that's dope.
Yeah.
So more of that would have helped me because I am right now, especially right now where I'm at in life, I'm an action junkie.
Yeah.
I'm more into the action than I am the horror right now, which it'll come around. It's seasonal. So I'm going to give it a solid 8.8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
I don't disagree.
And also with me, vampires are one of my favorite genres.
Oh yeah.
So it was a good.
It was very entertaining. I can't lower. I can't go higher than a 7.5 just because I feel like it's a movie that's too smart for a lot of people.
Right.
And
so watch it. Don't be on your phone. Don't be. If you got kids, send them to the grandmothers, send them to the in-laws. Watch the movie. It's a really good movie. Hey.
Yep.
So, we've been doing some movie reviews lately. Mm-hmm. We're taking a week off.
Yep.
Because of somebody's birthday.
Yep.
But we're going to get together on that week.
Yep.
Do some family stuff. Do some cutting loose that we need to do with each other that we've not got to do with each other. No matter who's here or who's around, we'll cut loose when we watch a horror movie, whatever it may be.
We'll figure that, baby.
Listen to some music, we'll figure it out that day. But we're going to take a week off. You've got 2 videos coming.
Yep.
And then we're going to get into some more stuff. Hopefully some outdoor stuff. Hopefully some different type of things coming. We're going to continue to roll this ball on over into October, which this is going to be our last October doing walkthroughs of haunted houses.
Yeah.
It is. But that's not the end of the KPLS crew.
No.
We just want to do other things.
It's time to venture on.
We might do some travel. Like, you got another con coming up, right?
Yeah. I'm planning on going to, unless okay. I don't want to tease too much, but unless there's other people from that movie decide to come up to Kentucky sooner, then my next con will be in March.
Right.
Next March.
So you got a big con. So we got other things we're going to do, and we want to do together. So not quitting, just evolving.
Exactly.
And you never know what's going to happen between now and October.
Yep.
Everything can change. But as right now, this is our plans to do our last walkthrough.
Yeah.
We might do it 2. We might do it 3 times this year. To get it in, have some fun. But we're still here. We're not going nowhere. We're going to do some more camps. Got some more shooting videos coming up, some more training videos.
Yep.
You're going to see, considering now, you're going to see a good workout video. We're going to show you inside the Landshark weight room.
Yep.
And show you a good workout, some good workout stuff. It's football workouts because it's what we both know, but it's what works for us. So
works.
We're not going anywhere, just evolving. So, got anything else in closing, my brother?
I think that's it. I think I'm ready to sign this baby off.
And listen, the camper's coming. It's just been hot. We're doing this, doing that. And as long as we got a place to do it, that's the most important.
Yeah.
And the decor is getting better and better and better. We might not even go to the camper. I don't know. Yeah. But we've got room now. We've got a place to do it, and that's what we plan on doing.
Exactly.
So you ain't got nothing else to say. The only thing I've got to say really is you got it. Or it's better to have it
and not need it.
Not need it than need it and not have it. So Land Shark's telling you to go grab it.
And remember, folks, and always says, it's that time to play. Keep on moving.
Always look for that button on top of that cruise. We out.
Woo-hoo!